Hello, my name is Wild Lee from Wildly Tarot, and this is your Moonday Message for the week beginning December 7th, 2020. The archetype that is encompassing the energy available for us this week is the Fool. And the Fool comes with it this very childlike quality of acceptance of great mystery. I love this card and the energy that it holds because it offers us possibility. It offers us the potentiality of what could be in life if we stop trying to mind map and make the plan and control everything, and instead we follow our heart and move forward into the future, into the great unknown, from a place of acceptance that we are not in control. I know some readers, they feel the Fool come in, and it does carry some medicine with making sure we watch where we step off, that we are being cognizant of the risks involved in our choices. And that's always true, right? But the sensation that I'm receiving when I touch this card is more of that childlike piece. I'm really feeling and hearing and sensing in my body that we're being gifted this opportunity to take in what is occurring around us and just allow it. Just allow it to be. Allow our minds to soften enough that we can be in the flow of what is, without being overwhelmed by the fact that we don't have control and that we don't know what's coming around the corner. Yeah, and I'm coming back to this word wonder. Once again, I'm hearing that word wonder. Can we not only soften and be in what is, but can we also do it with this grand sense of curiosity? Can we just be curious for once? Unfortunately, it's one of the first things our culture indoctrinates right out of us is our ability to be curious. Curiosity is not encouraged. It's not rewarded. We are trained from a very young age to get in line, sit still, conform to the status quo, and go along, get along, be really easy to be with. We don't want to be the squeaky wheel. And in that process, our natural creativity and curiosity is often thwarted in lieu of gaining a sense of safety or security that is actually not true. There is some comfort in having the American dream, the house, the kids, the job, the 401k, the insurance, blah, 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 all of those things. I'm not dissing it. There's nothing wrong with the desire for that safety and security. And as we've seen many times, all of those things can be gone in a moment. The stock market can crash. Our house can catch on fire. We may get divorced suddenly. We might experience a death of a loved one. There are so many unknowns in this life that can affect us in a way that is painful. And the Fool comes into our lives to remind us that that is always so. That is always so. So do we protect ourselves from the pain of life by creating this box of an experience that we never step out of voluntarily, so that the only change that happens is truly these large, intense experiences that come at us from the outside and force us to change? Or do we embody the Fool and step off into the unknown with an open heart and an open mind and allow whatever is to move in and out and through? We can just experience it, as well as allowing ourselves to experience the equal and opposite joy and bliss that is available when we have full access to the spectrum of the human experience. So this is the invitation this week, the invitation to embody the Fool. And the two medicine cards that came along, I see these once again. This year has been all about choice, like getting to choose our path, choose our ride, choose our experience. And once again, we have a week where collectively we're being offered a choice. I'm getting the sensation that, yeah, there is still quite a divide in our communities. So we have the Five of Pentacles. There's this choice to step into this frequency and vibration of feeling like we've lost everything. We've lost everything on this earthly, 3D, mundane plane. The Pentacles is the suit of earth. It's what's related to our safety, our security, our actual physical needs being met. Anything in the physical realm. And the fives are often the apex of a spiral. They're often the place where a dark night of the soul might arise, a place where we are just in the midway point of a full complex situation, trying to decide which way we're going to go. And this card in particular is related to a sense of loss, a really deep sense of loss. The being in this card has lost what they consider to be the last and final thing that they have loved and put their heart into. And yet the medicine of this card is that the spirit of this cat is still here. The energy is still there, still looking over this person, still sharing the love. It's the card of what we choose to place our focus on is what we will experience. Not that there isn't pain and loss, not that there isn't suffering. Well, we choose the suffering. We can choose the pain and the viewpoint of, okay, what am I now gaining from this loss? Or we can choose to focus on just the loss itself and allow ourselves to suffer. It's a very delicate nuance, but it is always an option that we can step into. I'm going through a personal experience of this. I have a child turning 18 this month. And if I choose, I can really focus on the lost childhood that we shared together. And I do sometimes, and I feel just like the being in this card. But in the same breath, I can also flip the switch in my brain and focus on the new amounts of freedom that are coming into my life, the new amounts of time, the excitement that I feel as I'm watching my son grow into the man that he is becoming. There are a multitude of ways in which I can experience and embody this loss. And this is an opportunity for all of us this week. Whatever your personal story is, there is in the collective a story of loss that we are all moving through. We're moving through the loss of normal. We're moving through the loss of normal. We're moving through the loss of what was. It's still really landing that something new is emerging, and we can choose to focus on what we've lost. It's true. Or we can choose to focus on the Queen of Wands. The queens are the archetypes that always go inward, and the wands are the space where our mental body and our intuition meet, where we begin to trust ourselves. So the other choice for us in this full energy this week is to choose going inward, trusting ourselves, and taking the fool's leap into the unknown. Taking a step away from this grief, from this sorrow, allowing it to be what is, and choosing to experience it in a different way. Choosing it to experience it with curiosity. Choosing to experience it with the sensation of an explorer moving into a dark cave, knowing that there is treasure deep within and that we just have to be brave enough to find it. And the stone that came forward for us this week we have the carnelian pyramid. Pyramids have been strong with us this year, my friends. And the carnelian pyramid is all about having clean, clear boundaries with our outside world. So once again, we have this invitation to choose what we take in, choose who we spend our time with, choose knowing that as human animals, we are highly influenced by those with whom we spend our time. We cannot help but be influenced and influential with one another. And so, what are you putting out there? What is your influence in this shared pot of the collective? Are you putting out good vibes? Are you holding your container in the most positive way possible? Or are you adding to the muck of confusion and dismay that we are all moving through? That's what the pyramid suggests, that we get really clear on our boundaries, not only what we're taking in, but also what we're choosing to share. That is the message for this week. I hope that it serves you well and that you have everything that you need. I have just a handful of sessions still available for December, so if you would benefit from sharing some space with me before the year ends, please send me a message or visit my website to schedule a slot. I am so grateful to support any who need it. I'm also offering gift certificates this year, and let me tell you, some of the people I've sat with who've been gifted an experience have really benefited from the self-care that they would not have offered themselves. So if you want to offer the gift of clarity to any of your loved ones, again, shoot me a message, let me know. I would be happy to take a beautiful certificate and mail it to the loved ones of your choice in a magical and sweet way. And until next Monday, take good care and do your best. Feel into what your truth is and get really clear. How do you want to share with this world?